Hey guys, it's Amy at Zoe Beck, and I'm going to do my June reading stats for 2018. Anyway, so I had a pretty good reading month, I think. So, I mean, there were some ups and downs like every month, but it was really a good, solid month. I would say, like, scoring-wise, was more to the medium kind of level, but there were some really good books in there too, so I'm kind of excited to do this. So again, I have a list of stuff that I like to just hit as I go through to explain how my reading went, and so let's just get into it. So how many books did I finish? I finished 8 books this month. I have 3 that are kind of outstanding, plus an audiobook. So, but I finished 8 books. That's pretty good. That's actually, I would say my average is between 6 and 10, so really good. Average right in the middle, about 8. How many books were physical? 7 of the books that I finished were physical. 1 was a Kindle book or ebook. How many were audiobooks? None, because I only listened to my audiobook a few times this month. So hopefully I'll do better this next month. And I didn't have any graphic novels this month. And I didn't have any rereads, which was very unlike me, but I had so many books that I was really into, as well as a lot of library books came through. So number 6 is any DNFs. I have one book that I'll mention a little bit later, but I have one that's kind of a potential DNF. Right now I've stopped. I don't know if I'm going to pick it up again. So if you guys watch my weekly reading update just back on Sunday, you'll see what happened there, but you'll see it here again. My next question is, how many were on my TBR? So again, I count how many on my video. I said that for my June TBR I was going to read. I said I was going to read 12 books plus my chapters for Bleak House. And I don't know if I actually mentioned Bleak House. And oh my gosh, I just had a hummingbird. Oh, I'm so excited. I have that. I'm sorry, I have some plants outside. It's the first time I saw a hummingbird. I'm so excited. Sorry. Sorry. Anyway, anyway, so let's get back to, so there's 12 books on my TBR, and then I was supposed to read some chapters of Bleak House for the Dickens Along by Katie at Books and Things. I did not read the Bleak House at all. Mostly because, just to kind of put a caveat out there, is I had told myself on that TBR was 12 books by female writers. And I wasn't doing the Reading Women's Challenge that a lot of people did in June. I looked at the list and I wasn't really compelled to read off of somebody else's list. What I did is I went through what books I had that were female writers that I hadn't read that I really wanted to, and put those down. Now, I didn't do very good. So the next question is, how many were from my TBR that I read and how many were from the library? So I only read 4 books off of that 12 book list. It's kind of sad. I was actually hoping I would do better than that. But technically one of them I'm reading right now as we cross over into July. So I could say maybe 5 because I kind of started one. But really I didn't do as well as I was hoping. But again, I had so many library books come through because, again, I finished 3 library books and I have one that I, might be DNFing. But really, I mean, so my books were split between my physical, my TBR, what I had, and the library. So that was kind of weird. I mean, it happens, but it just shows that I still use my library a lot. Oh well. So number of pages read, I read 2,673 pages this month, and that comes out to an average of 89.1 pages a day. So my personal goal is always to hit 50 pages average per day for the whole month. That's just something that's been in my head for over 10 years. That's the number I want to hit, because some days I read a lot and some days I don't read very much, but I want an average approximately about 50 pages. So the fact that I got 89, which is over 89, which is really good for me. So my star ratings, as I said, I don't really mention this much on my weekly updates, but on my stats I always like to say I had 2 5-star reads, 2 4-star reads, and 4 3-star reads. So as I said, it was kind of a weird month because I had some really couple good books, and then the other books were all like, they're okay, they were fine, nothing wrong. The genres that I read, I read 3 historical fiction books, plus the one I'm currently reading as the month changes. I read 1 YA and 1 middle grade horror. And then I read a classic and a Victorian classic, a science fiction novel or novella, and a paranormal romance novel. So it's kind of a miss and match like normal. I'm all over the place. Historical fiction was a big hit this month. It's just the way it goes sometimes. Favorite book this month? Where did I put those books? So my favorite book this month was, without a doubt, North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. I am so glad I read this book. Still don't know why I didn't learn about it in college, but I love this book and I'm looking forward to reading more of her books. But this book was awesome. Love that book. Sorry. Least favorite book that I finished or DNF'd. So I'm going to bring the most disappointing book of the month. So I'm going to bring up the book that I'm technically stopped, but it's not, I haven't DNF'd it yet because I haven't decided what I'm going to do, but probably by the time this video goes up I might have decided. But that is West by Carrie Davies. Again, I'm about 70% into this and I just cannot finish this at this point. So this might be in DNF because, again, it's due back to the library here in a couple of days. If I don't read the last 40 pages, then it's done. But this book just upset me and then I didn't care. And so I don't know if I'm going to finish it. But this was really sad because, again, I wanted to like this and I did not. At least not so far. As I said, it could change. For June-wise, no, it was pretty much the most disappointing. There was another book that was really, really close to being most disappointing, but this was definitely the one. And then just to show my little teeny bullet journal stuff that I do is my reading vlog. So, oh god, I had it here a second ago. Here we go. So, well, this is my list of the TBR that I didn't do, but you know, anyway, but here's kind of, you can see, I don't know if you can see that very well. Probably not there, maybe there. Stupid light. So this is when I was really sick and puking. That's why there's no pages. But really, overall, I did a lot of reading this month. Now there's, again, some work days were really bad in here. For a lot of hours. But really, this month was awesome. I read quite a bit. And again, each box is like 15 pages. So, I mean, I was reading over 100 pages a day in a lot of them. So I think I did pretty well. And I'm pretty excited about that. So that is everything. Sorry about the little freak out about the hummingbird. It wasn't my first hummingbird though. I have a potted plant out there, big barrel thing that my mom and I planted. And we planted the stuff, is it Sylvia or whatever, the one with that the hummingbirds are gonna like. And that was my first hummingbird. I'm so excited. Anyway, so those are the stats. How was your reading in June? Did you guys read everything you wanted to? Did you have any good things or bad things that you read? Let me know and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.